For scientists, the biggest question and debate in the industry is which came first, the chicken or the egg? But for online business owners, the question plaguing their minds before a launch is, should I create it first or should I launch it first and create it after people buy it? I'm Jessica Castle, your online launch strategist, and today I want to set the record straight on which really needs to come first so that you can have a stress-free and successful launch. So you're about to do a launch of a new product or maybe even your first launch, and you're wondering, should I create the offer first or should I go ahead and launch it and make sure that the idea is tested and people will totally buy it? My opinion is going to contradict some of the big experts out there like James Wedmore, but I firmly believe that you need to create it before you can launch it. And I've got a few reasons why I feel so strongly about that. The first reason is you really don't know how to price it unless you know what it contains. How is the delivery method working? Are you creating a membership site? Is it just calls? Is it delivered via email? Is it a Dropbox folder? You don't know how to price it correctly until you know all the details of what's going to be included for your time, for materials that need to be created if this is an e-course, or for tools and software you're going to need to use to support this if it's a one-to-one service. So it's really hard to price it for launching. You'll probably end up underpricing yourself if you try and launch before it's actually created, and then now you've got all these people who already paid, and where does that leave you? Not feeling very great about it. The second reason I firmly believe that you need to create it before you launch it is because it's an immediate stress reliever. Launching it can be very stressful. If you work with me, we'll make a plan so that it's fun. But for most people, it's a very stressful time in their business, and after the launch, you just feel like, I'm ready to relax and I've raked in all this dough. If instead of being able to relax and indulge in a little bit of self-care, and you are stuck now creating all the stuff you just promised, it is even more stress on top of it, and you already spent all that time and energy launching and answering customer service questions and hosting webinars and free calls. That do you really want to spend the time now to create the content? It's so much work and it could be done so much earlier to relieve the stress. And then the final reason that I believe it's so much better to go ahead and create it before you launch it is because it really allows you to create that wow customer experience. You don't have to say, hey, pay now and you'll get it 2 months from now when I get it done. You get to say, hey, right away you get instant accesses, you get bonuses, you've got the Facebook group set up, you've got a community already ready to go, you've got the members area ready to go, the worksheets are being delivered, the emails are firing off, and it's so much better of a customer experience that's going to keep them coming back. It's going to create a raving fan, and they're going to continue to want things from you because they had such a great experience with their first purchase, because it was delivered right away. And let's face it, we live in an instant gratification society where people want it now, and while they might be willing to wait, while you wait, it's also likely that you're going to get a high number of, oh, I changed my mind, because they got to stop and think about the money, especially if it's a really high amount that they didn't get an instant ROI on. So that's the third reason why I really believe you should create it before you launch it. So I hope that lays the question in your mind to rest, and that you will definitely take my advice and create it before you launch it. And if you need help creating your launch plan, I'd love to talk to you about it so that you can have a successful launch instead of laying an egg.